If you were a private practice doctor in South Carolina starting a video channel, here are 4 things you should never talk about in your videos. Hi, I'm Doc Social. It's my job to help you and every other private practice doctor in the state of South Carolina start a video channel. If you go on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you may have seen some trends, and I want to warn you because there are definitely some trends that you do not want to cover on your video channel. So the number 1 thing that you do not want to cover on your video channel is, how do I put this nicely? It's being too honest with your audience. Now, there's a trend these days. It started off with a series of videos where business owners would cry in front of the camera and they would talk about some terrible thing that happened to them. Usually it was about like firing employees or losing a big client, or somebody had a really negative reaction to their business. And the very first person who did it in a marketing campaign blew up. It was a tremendous campaign because no one had ever seen someone be that raw and vulnerable on camera. For the next year, it was the most embarrassing, cringy, nonsensical ridiculousness that I have ever seen. And it did not work for anyone after the first person, because nobody is coming to your office because you cry on camera. No one's coming to the office because you share an embarrassing personal story. They are coming because you are an expert doctor in your field and they want to work with the best. Now, if you are trying to attract very emotional people, or if you're a psychiatrist who specializes in getting people to cry or go over crying moments in their life, absolutely cry on camera. But if you don't want to be known as the doctor who cries, if you actually want to be trusted and respected as the expert I know you are, you would be much better served by sharing your expertise in crying or dancing or sharing a personal story that is not work appropriate or any of those embarrassing things that's going to follow and haunt you. And let me ask you this: if you tell a story that is really painful for you and really hard to handle and to process and go over, do you really want every patient showing up to your office to talk to you about this? Yeah, I didn't think so. Wouldn't you rather they talk to you about the expertise that you like, the things that you know, the studies and the treatments and the specialities that you have spent years cultivating? I bet you would much rather talk about that stuff. Second thing you should never talk about on camera: some of the goofy trends that they have out there. I don't want to see you doing anything that's going viral. I don't want you seeing you dumping a bucket of water on your head or knocking on a stranger's door. Dancing, God forbid, please do not dance unless you're a good dancer, unless you have something planned. Don't dance on camera. This is just not for you. Usually you see this done by younger, what we call influencers, people that don't have a lot of anything special to share. They're just there because they're an interesting personality. You see them dance a lot because they don't have a lot of substance. You, as a medical doctor, is one of the luckiest professions online because you have decades of substance to share and to go over and to cover. And you could talk for years on camera and a good producer is still gonna help you come up with new things to cover, new perspectives, new things to speak about. I mean, there is so much to do, but I'm begging you, please, please, please do not dance. It's way harder than you think. It takes a lot of takes to get it just right. And if you're not a dance instructor, it's just plain embarrassing. Nobody wants to see you dance. The third thing I do not want you to film on camera is your perspective on anything that you are not an expert on. You see a lot of business people do this on social media. Folks will talk about a process or how to do something that they don't really understand themselves. Really, we've seen this explode a lot with AI, because what happens is people go to ChatGPT, they type in how to run a successful email marketing campaign, and then they make a script very much following those things, even though they've never run a successful email marketing campaign in their entire life. I don't want you to talk about things that you don't know. If you're a nutritionist, I don't want to hear you talking about back pain and plantar fasciitis and myocarditis. I want to hear you talk about, what should I eat for breakfast? What's a good healthy snack? How does my microbiome impact the rest of my body? Stay in your lane. I promise you, you have plenty to talk about. Now, I know what you're thinking because you've been watching Dr. Mike and you've been looking around online and you say,
Dr. Mike talks about everything.
And Dr. Mike has earned the right to talk about everything. The millions and millions of subscribers and phenomenal flood of content that Dr. Mike makes every single month gives him the right to that. Now, I promise you, if we get to the point where you've got 200,000 or 300,000 subscribers, you could talk about whatever you want because you will have attained that ability. But right now, when we're starting, if you have less than 50,000 subscribers, stick to what you're good at, because this is what people want to learn from you. And more importantly, this is what's going to get patients in your office to speak to you as the medical provider that they've been looking for. Because I'm telling you, people are looking online every single day for your advice and your expertise. And if you are busy talking about something that you're not an expert in, people are going to get confused and they're going to think that's what you know. That's what you're an expert in. And they might have people trying to sign up for appointments and come into your office to have you do something that you are not a pro on. Wouldn't you rather have someone come in for your expertise? I agree. Me too. I'm gonna give you a bonus right now. I've been talking about things that you should not film in your videos, and all the time I get people who come to me and they go,
well, I already saw this other doctor cover this topic and I shouldn't because he already covered it.
that is actually wrong. This last bonus, we're gonna flip the script because I want you to be covering topics that other doctors have. I want you to be sharing your opinion of other videos online. If you see a video that is in your expertise, that is talking about a topic that you know about, I want you to add your opinion to it, especially if that video is very popular. Now, there's another thing that has been pretty popular online for quite a few years now, maybe about a decade, and that's a response video. You can take a video done by someone you respect, done by someone you admire, even someone that you have a slightly different perspective on, and you can add on to that video. And you simply do this by referencing that doctor. It might be something like this. Hey everybody, I'm Doc Social, and I saw a video this week by Dr. Jason Momoa, and he was talking about how to get your spine in alignment. Now, he is a very well-known chiropractor, and he made some really good points, but I want to add on 4 points that you may not know about aligning your spine. That's it. That's how you do it. You just add a couple points to the video. It also gives a friendly tip of the cap to these other creators online, and you'd be shocked at how often the original creator finds the response video, strikes up a conversation, and then builds a good relationship with this new person. If there are other people in your field that you admire online, talk about them. Talk about what they share about. Agree, disagree, add something to the conversation, start a conversation. Who knows, down the road, you may both be able to help each other out by gaining new subscribers, by having more in-depth conversations. You may even be able to do a collaboration video where you talk to each other and discuss a topic on film. It is very, very, very popular. It's very engaging and everybody wins. The audience wins, both of you win, and the general community wins because we all learn a little bit more. So now you know what you should absolutely not talk about on camera, and you got a bonus about what you can. If you have any other questions about what you should not talk about on camera, I want you to pop it in the comments down here. I'm Doc Social, and I want to help every private practice doctor in South Carolina start a video channel. So if you want to learn more about how to do that, please subscribe, press the bell notification here so you get an alert every time I put out a new video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.